Okay, okay. Oh, shoot. Oops. And here you go. There we
Here
are.
I am. Here I am.
Oh, shoot. How you darn? How you darn? How you darn? What's up, people? Welcome to the stream. It's a good day to be great. And first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to William. Is it Tedley? William Tedley, if I'm saying that right.
William Tedley.
Thanks for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, man.
What's up, Kyle? We're having a good day. Hope you are too. What's up, G Money? What's up, Kev? What's up, Jasmine? What's up, G Money again? What's up, Styles? Yes, my guy joined Flock Fantasy, was on the wait list, and got in to be a part of a league. Orphaned a league. That's my guy. What's up, Drew? What's up, Alan?
Feeling,
Albert? Haas? Yeah, where's Haas at? We need Haas back in the chat.
Haas, boss, baby.
Waller to the Giants. We'll talk about that in 1 second. But as you guys can see, got a little merch on today. The merch finally came in.
Merch came in. You know, I mean, what can you do there?
God did.
God did.
God did.
A little flex. We figured, you know, oddly enough, our stuff came in on the same day.
Swag stuff we all get.
Looks like Christmas with the green and red. That's so funny. Actually, it's Christmas. This actually could be a good Christmas sweater.
Oh boy.
I have I got this too.
Look at that thing, you know. Oh yeah, show off the case, bro. The case looks fire.
I need to turn off the light because it might be a bit bright. Let me see if this is a little bit better.
Yeah, that case looks sick. If I didn't have an iPhone 10, I definitely would have bought in a case because I'm stuck in, 5 years ago with my phone. But that looks dope.
It looks pretty cool. I was surprised of how everything turned out. Personally, I'll be honest. I'm surprised that the sweater fit as well. I was like, you get one of these sweaters. They say is your size, but it's not really your size.
Yeah.
So I just got the biggest size and it actually fit. So.
And then
I also got the hat.
Yeah, you got the hat.
What you got?
Go ahead.
I got this hat as well. Oh, it's like super blown out, but it just says Fantasyland.
Yeah, I got two mugs. I'm a big mug guy.
Exactly.
So I got the Fantasyland mug, and then I've got the mug that has the football logo on it.
Yeah, that's the one.
But I also got something else in the mail that's not from us, and I just wanted to show it off because I think it's so badass. Oh my goodness. That is one beast of a hat. That's just sexy. I mean, with the green lid too.
With the green lid too.
That's clean, man. That's clean. It don't matter what fan you are of what team. That's a clean hat.
Next year will be the New York Football Giants. I'll tell you that much.
You reckon?
It's gonna be blue. I mean, I'll see you in the playoffs. I feel really confident going in the playoffs. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna jinx myself.
Okay.
I'm not gonna jinx us.
Yeah.
Anyways, the hat's nice though. Like, it's actually. Not that I wasn't expecting it to not be nice. It just wasn't. It does look clean. It looks super clean. I like the colors. The colors look really nice.
Are you talking about this one or ours?
Yeah. I mean ours, but I'm talking about like the color, like the way the red, and then like.
Oh, you're talking about us.
I'm talking about both, I guess.
Well, just tell me which one you're talking about. But anyway,
I'm talking about the KC one.
Okay, yeah. I think it looks clean. I think the Miami logo too, or sorry, the Arizona logo too looks sick.
Arizona, exactly. It just all kind of meshes as well together, and they selected a really good color, like that cream color.
Yeah, the cream color is so nice.
Yeah, because some other ones came in like gray, which was like a weird color.
Yeah.
Which I didn't
you and I talked about this because I showed you this yesterday. There are hundreds and hundreds of Eagle hats that are somewhere in a warehouse now. You know what I mean? Because they would have made hundreds of these in an Eagle version.
I would have bought it. If I was a fan, and the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and they lost, it wouldn't be like, hey, we lost the Super Bowl, but
it
we
says
played
champions
really well.
though, so you'd have to put Super Bowl participants.
Super Bowl participants. Yeah,
I think it looks clean. I mean, even look at the detail on the stitching. Sheesh. I mean, again, I just think the hat looks clean. So
nah, it looks good. It looks good. I like it.
So much swag today. Welcome in, people. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. We're doing a Dynasty Superflex startup draft. With all the chaos that's happening in free agency, we thought, hey, let's just keep rocking with some Dynasty startup mocks, and then if we hit our like goal, we'll go ahead and do a rookie mock draft after it. So do us a favor, if you want us to do a rookie mock draft and a Dynasty startup mock draft today, go ahead and drop a like. You like that? If you like the show, if you want to support what we're doing, help us get to that 100 like mark. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Easiest way to support the show. Catching up with who's in the chat here. What's up, Daniel? Good to have you here. The case go hard. Need this in the draft. Need in this draft. Jaws here. Only time y'all will see Chiefs in playoffs in the big dance. Rashad Penny to the Eagles. Yes. Why don't we quickly talk about?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Free agency, because
a lot of things has happened.
Yeah. A lot. You're right. A lot of things. Why would it choose that screen? Why is that the screen that it chose? Give me 1 second. Freaking dumbass. Freaking
this guy. Yeah. I mean, like Zach said, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things happen. We'll kind of give you our thought process and what we are thinking about here now as we kind of go through it, and then we see how that is reflected on the draft board as well in the mock drafts, and whether these guys are rising in the community or falling or maybe staying the same.
All right, let's start from the top. From the top, make it pop. Okay, Adam Thielen, meeting with the Panthers. We suspected that they were going to add somebody in free agency. A lot of people thought it was Jacoby Myers. Now Jacoby Myers gets buried in, Las Vegas, and if you bought him, GG, let's be honest.
Unlucky.
Yeah, it is unlucky.
It is just unlucky.
A lot of defensive players.
Stephon Gilmore is pretty big to Dallas, which is really good, I think.
Samaje Perine to the Broncos, and I think this is good if you own Samaje because, hey, I mean, you never know, like, anything could happen. But I also would say that they're probably still going to draft someone, Badake. I think they would still draft a running back.
It feels this way, but he got, what, a 2-year, $7.5 million contract?
Yeah, it was a lot of money for Samaje. I was surprised.
Exactly. So I wonder if this is just insurance, and then if they do drop Joe, then...
Well, this has nothing to do with the Bengals anymore. This is the Broncos.
Sorry, Broncos. Yeah, you're actually completely right. But yeah, hey, Broncos is good. Broncos is good.
I still think they're going to draft someone.
I think both teams are going to draft someone. I guess that's where I was trying to go, right?
So, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Stephon Gilmore to the Cowboys, which is obviously big. Matt Ryan was cut.
Boston Scott. Sorry.
Boston Scott, yeah. Jeff Wilson re-signed as well as Raheem Mostert. Keep in mind, guys, this is the same team that signed Chase Edmonds to big money last year and then got rid of him. I don't think this means anything. This doesn't really change anything for me. Allen Lazard to the Jets. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
How does this impact Elijah Moore? I think it does.
I think it does, but at the same time, and I tweeted this out, I'm very optimistic.
Hey, G Money, thank you so much for becoming a member, brother.
Man,
really appreciate that. But
that's awesome. I'm a little bit scared, but at the same time, I have hope for Elijah Moore, purely because once again, he is a slot guy. He is a guy that I believe can demand targets in the slot. We just haven't seen it. So what happens, the way I'm thinking about it, Garrett Wilson on the outside, Allen Lazard on the other side, Elijah Moore in the slot. Is it going to affect Elijah Moore? Absolutely, but I'm cautiously optimistic that maybe Aaron Rodgers can bring something out of Elijah Moore that we haven't seen so far, even if it's getting 60 targets and 4 to 5 touchdowns, and we see him have a couple of a good little stretch of maybe 2 or 3 games of good fantasy, a fantasy run, and then saying, you know what, then the Jets can trade him. It's just unfortunate right now, right? So
I just feel like he's stuck in purgatory. Ideally,
he is. Ideally, he gets traded.
Drews have said, Drews have said this. I wouldn't mind if he gets traded to Green Bay. Genuinely, I wouldn't mind that. I at this point, I just feel like a change of scenery is good for him.
Exactly, and
So
obviously you guys know, massive advocate of Elijah
thanks for
Moore.
the sub, Brandon.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. A massive advocate for Elijah Moore, a massive believer for him and his talent. I mean, they invested really high. I mean, he was the second pick in the second round for the Jets, and he was supposed to be a really massive guy. Just hasn't meshed well with the offense. I would say with the offensive coordinators, not even with the offense. Hasn't meshed well with the offense in the past 2 years.
Yeah. All right, Rashad Penny to the Eagles. Hey, Justin Stowers, he's been a member for a month, saying thank you so much, brother.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Appreciate all the memberships, guys. It's been actually really cool to see.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
Rashad Penny to the Eagles is interesting. I don't think this stops him from drafting someone. But everyone out there who was like, Kenneth Gainwell is going to take over, it's like, probably not. If Penny is healthy, he's definitely, in my opinion, like, let's say they don't draft the running back, which I think they still will in, let's say, round 2 or 3. But let's say they don't, and it's Penny and Gainwell going in as well as Boston Scott. That could make sense. But I still think Penny would be the feature if he's healthy. We'll see.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. If he's healthy, and my thought process is, if they don't draft a running back and Penny is there, I am betting on him missing at least 5 games, which I am quick to draft Kenneth Gainwell, maybe a couple spots higher, or go out and get him
thanks
on
for the super
low.
Chat, Justin. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you
Always,
so much.
Always showing so much love. We love it.
And getting Rashad and getting Kenneth Gainwell on the low. I guess that's where I'm heading right now, but anything can change.
Yeah. I get that. I would lean Penny is going to be the guy, and we'll see if he stays healthy. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if they still draft someone. Darren Waller to the New York Giants. Should we talk about this?
We can.
That was a joke. I figured you'd be excited to talk about it.
Hell yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. When I first woke up, guys, obviously you guys, we know we live in Australia. My first instinct was like, oh, I was really hoping they would go younger. Right, I was like, okay, Dalton Schultz, maybe Mike Gesicki, maybe one of these tight ends in the draft. But I think what's really happening is that they want to get solidified guys for Daniel Jones and for him, so they can truly understand how he operates with true weapons around him. Darren Waller, when we look at the contract, the risk is not there for the Giants, so it's a win-win. You basically trade Kadarius Toney for Darren Waller. And I like it. I think he is going to be a threat for the Giants. Shout out to Daniel Bellinger, good tight end backup if you need. So
that ended so quickly for Belly.
It did. But hey, there is
one day his fantasy value is gone.
There is a world where they do run 2 tight ends if they do not acquire a wide receiver in the NFL draft, which I highly doubt.
Even then, though, if they're running 2 tight end sets, I mean,
Waller
it's
is
RIP season for Danny.
Yeah, Bellinger is definitely
thanks for coming.
GG's.
We were excited about you, but
I would say
here's a participation award.
This is what I would say: if Waller is not dependable and he can't stay on the field, Daniel Bellinger is a really good waiver wire pickup, and probably will be a really good waiver wire pickup in the season if Darren Waller is injured. But overall, great pickup, a 3rd round pick of the 100th pick in the NFL draft. And we basically swapped that for Darren Waller. So yeah, I'm okay with it.
I think it's a win-win for both teams. I personally imagine that the Raiders have a tight end in this draft that they love, that they're going to target in, let's say, round 2. Yeah, is that Musgrave? Is that Kincaid? Maybe they trade back into the 1st round with the pick that they got here.
The thing is like...
I imagine there's a tight end specifically that they are going to target in this draft, because we love a lot of the tight ends in this draft. We think it's very, very strong draft.
Yeah, agreed.
So... Michael Thomas coming back to the Saints. We just cannot end this nightmare.
Just let him go.
Nightmare.
I think MT just took the deal. That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting $10 million to probably play 3 games. So OBJ could go to the Jets. So that could also screw over Garrett Wilson.
I mean, OBJ going to the Jets, to the freaking Cowboys. He's going back to the Rams. Where is he not going? Just pick a team, I guess.
Fair. Kirk Cousins restructures. We've talked about Kirk Cousins. I mean, you and I did a quarterback video recently in the past 2 weeks, and someone was like, why is Kirk Cousins so low in your rankings? there's just no long-term commitment from this team. So this is not surprising to me. Austin Eckler granted permission to seek trade. As good as Austin Eckler is, this is the worst time for a running back to want a trade and sign. Like, there's not a team in the NFL right now that is going to offer Austin Eckler, as good as he is, big money that he wants, and send draft capital away for him. I just don't think a team is going to be like, hey, here's $10 million a year, and we'll give a second-round pick or a third-round pick for you. It's just, I'm sorry, Austin, I love you, but it's the worst time to be doing this, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is the Chargers saying, okay, you want, go see who's giving you money then. Mm-hmm. You know?
I think if the, and I keep saying this, and maybe I sound like a broken record, he's not going to, I doubt he's going to go to a team that is just going to give him the money. I think he wants to go for the ship. And I think
it's about money personally.
He wants to, he's going to go somewhere that he's going to get both. Right. And I don't think it's just going to be any team. He's not going to go to a team that, like, he's not going to go to the Panthers unless he gets a 3-year really good contract. Like, why would the Panthers do that? That would be stupid.
The Panthers just did the opposite of that by moving CMC.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, where are you going, my guy?
Eckler is a name that you and I have been avoiding all offseason, and something that we were suggesting to trade high. And it's just because, you know, you highlighted it specifically, Badake. We don't know the commitment from the team, and I think that's highlighted even more today.
Yeah.
Okay. Raheem Mostert, we talked about him. Any big names? Jacoby Myers to the Raiders. A lot of people out there were like, hey, take a shot on Jacoby Myers. Who knows where he lands? I'm not saying this is worst case scenario, but like, look, is he wide receiver 2? I think Hunter Renfro's a better receiver. Is he wide receiver 3? I don't know. I mean, these are two mid guys kind of battling it out over a mid sesh.
Over a mid sesh. Look, one thing I would say about Jacoby Myers signing is that I am more excited for Jacoby than Hunter Renfrow. I need to check on Hunter Renfrow's contract and what that would look like, and if he could be available to get traded or moved, or maybe even have some sort of salary. He doesn't have an out, so he has an out in 2024 currently. So it looks like they're both going to stay. But I think in the future, I think Jacoby Myers will be a good pickup later. And once again, and this is why I said this is in my buy low video. He's not a guy that's going to be going crazy and demanding targets. He just knows how to handle a workload. So once that time does come, he is going to be somebody that is going to be fantasy relevant, and he's going to be a good flex option, which he always was, and he always, in my opinion, always will be, until he takes the next step to that low end wide receiver 2, that mid wide receiver 2. So
I just don't see it happening. But
we'll see.
I'm gonna hold my reservations and let other people draft him, but I don't see it.
I'm not drafting him
to go.
I'm not drafting him like in reaching, or I'm not drafting him in how can I say this? I'm just not reaching for Jacoby Myers. I'm still probably his value is probably still exactly where it was at, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It's honestly, this might sound crazy. I might say it's even potentially worse because you're not the guy anymore.
Sure.
Okay, so Taylor Heineke goes to Atlanta.
Interesting.
Which he is, I believe he's from Atlanta. I'm pretty sure that's the case. He is from Atlanta, so that's intriguing. You know, at minimum, if things go south with what's his nuts Ritter, and you have Heineke who can maybe step in, and we've seen him provide fantasy success for players before.
I would agree.
Anything else? A lot of defense.
Defense.
Everyone's restructuring because the salary cap is a joke. It doesn't exist. We just cleared $20 million. How? We just restructured. So the salary cap doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't get it, but hey,
I think that's probably it for today.
Yeah,
right?
some good signings, some exciting stuff. I guess there's still a lot of people out there. Not a massive running back sign. Miles Sanders is still out there. David Montgomery is still out there. I mean, Damian Harris is still out there. So
Yeah.
a lot of big running backs to still get signed. And I don't think we mentioned this. Raheem Mostert re-signs with the
Yeah, we
Dolphins,
talked
by
about
the
that.
way. Oh, we did. Okay, I
We did
didn't.
talk about it.
Maybe I
I
just
said
skipped my
I
mind.
said Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert both come back to Miami. My overall thoughts are, hey, this is the same team that just signed Chase Edmonds to a big deal last year and then traded him away. I don't think it means anything. If you have them, I don't think their
Right.
value is rising. I still think this is a team that can draft the running back, but at minimum, if you have them, hold them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you have them, hold them, and then if you do see them invest in or not investing in another guy, then you might have a starting running back
Yeah.
going into
And
the
then
season.
I would say sell them as high as you can for any second round pick.
Completely
If you
agree.
can get that. Hey guys, so we are doing a Dynasty startup mock draft today. Not the craziest free agency we've ever seen, but let's see how maybe some things have been impacted. Is Daniel Jones going to go higher? Darren Waller going to go higher? Rashad Penny definitely will go higher. And some small pieces, I feel like
Some
small
small
pieces
pieces.
have impacted the landscape.
Mhm.
But if you don't know, we launched it yesterday to the public, and we just want to quickly mention that if you want to find our rankings, our exclusive articles, our bonus videos, I made a bonus video about DJ Moore yesterday and his value over on flockfantasy.com. If you use flockfantasy.com/land, that link will take you straight to a sign up page. And if you use our code LAND, LAND, you will get 30% off any membership. That's going to give you access again to not only our rankings, right? Dynasty Superflex, Dynasty One Quarterback, Best Ball.
Mhm.
We're going to have redraft on there, obviously, when it turns into redraft season. But you can look at my rankings if you want to, right? You can look at Badake's rankings. You can look at Mason from Flock's rankings. You can look at all of our rankings and stack them by each other. If you just want to look at rookies, well, okay, how do I have rookies? Okay, so for example, Zay Flowers is my 10th rated rookie right now in Superflex formats. For Mason over there, Zay Flowers is his 11th. For Badake, Zay Flowers is also his 10th. So you can kind of see how it differs. One name that people talk about a lot is Justin Herbert. So why don't we Justin Fields rather. Why don't we look at Justin Fields for me? He is my quarterback 7. I know a lot of people have said this with Mason that he doesn't like Justin. Quarterback 8. So it's probably changed since a lot of weapons have come in. But anyway, you can compare our rankings. You can get articles from the entire team over there. Bonus content. So yeah, make sure again use our code LAND, LAND, when signing up for 30% off. Also, if you choose the Mother Flocker tier, you're going to have your trades on our trade show. You're going to get access to the fantasy hotline, which is a DM where you can ask us advice. Okay. And this might be important to a lot of people out there watching this stream. With any membership, you will have access to 3 live streams a month that will be mock drafts for only the members over there on Flock's site. So make sure you check that all out. But huge love to everyone who has signed up. The response has been awesome. We've really appreciated it. And feel free to DM us on Discord with any questions, or let us know when you signed up so we can make sure you get all of your exclusive perks. But we're doing a Dynasty Superflex startup draft today. We are using the landing spots from Draft Tech. We'll go through those in a second. But Badake, if people want to join today's mock draft, how can they go ahead and do so?
Yeah, guys, we do have a new Discord. So that link is in the description below. Go to our Discord and then go to Fantasy Land. Go to our tab, right? It has little orange footballs next to it. Go to content releases. From now on, we're going to be releasing our sleeper links and links to live streams all into content releases. So go there. It is first come, first serve. We go live Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now with the time change. Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's all love. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, join our Discord, go to content releases under Fantasyland, and that's exactly where I will be posting the link for this sleeper mock draft.
That's right. So why don't you go ahead and send that link out, and I'll tell everyone the landing spots for these rookies. So he's going to send that out. We got a mock draft we're using from Draft Tech. CJ Stroud went to the Panthers.
There you go. It's out, by the way, guys.
CJ Stroud went to the Panthers. Bryce Young went to the Texans. Then we've got Anthony Richardson to the Colts at 4. We have Will Levis to the Raiders. So I guess he's going to sit behind Jimmy G. That one doesn't make much sense. He's 24 years old. What are you doing with Will Levis there? Quentin Johnston goes to the Titans. JSN to the Texans, which we love to see. And then we head into the second half of the first round here, where we see Devin Witherspoon fell a little bit. First offensive player would be Bijan Robinson to the Ravens. I like this spot. I know a lot of people don't, but I like that spot personally. Any other offensive players? Jordan Addison goes to the Giants, which we see that quite often, Badake, as of late.
I'm starting to get on board with it. I need to get on board whoever they draft. So whether it's Jordan, Zay, I'm down.
Luke Musgrave goes in the first round to the Cowboys. Did Michael Mayer not go yet, or am I missing something? And then Michael Mayer goes to the Bengals. Wow, Musgrave was the first drafted tight end. That is wild. And let's go ahead and get into the second round here. Again, you guys can find this link. I put it in the chat. It's also in the description. So here in the second round, Jalen Hyatt goes to the Colts. Josh Downs to the Panthers. That's actually great. Yeah. Keishawn Butte to the Patriots. Hendon Hooker to the Commanders. Donnell Washington to the Lions. Zay Flowers to the Steelers. Why? I hate that. Tanner McKee goes to the Bucks. Then we find Rashee Rice to the Bills, Jahmyr Gibbs to the Bears, which is that's interesting. That's interesting.
I actually don't mind that.
Dalton Kincaid to the Texans, Devin A-Chain to the Rams, Sam Laporta to the Titans, Tucker Kraft to the Packers, Parker Washington to the Lions, Tank Dell to the Seahawks, Zach Charbonnet to the Dolphins. Cedric Tillman to the Giants, Marvin Mims to the Cowboys, Chase Brown to the Eagles in the third round, A.T. Perry to the Chiefs in the third,
come on, baby. Jonathan
Mingo to the Niners, RIP, and then into the fourth round. We'll go up to the fifth round here. Tajay Spears goes to the Texans, Xavier Hutchinson to the Falcons, Trey Palmer to the Browns, Rakim Jarrett to the Saints, Jaden Reed to the Packers, Ronnie Bell to the Ravens, Cameron Latu to the Jags, Zach Evans to the Giants, not great. Israel Abanikanda to the Bills, Dwayne McBride to the Bengals. Jaron Hall is there. And then in the fifth round, any notable names? Eric Gray goes to the Browns. You guys can see all this. Kenny McIntosh to the Saints. You guys can see this in the link. Sean Tucker gets buried to the Niners. That sucks.
Gosh.
That would suck. Zach Kuntz to the Giants. So let's just add more tight ends. Evan Holt to the Cowboys.
Come on, baby.
Tyler Scott to the Cowboys. Bryce Ford Wheaton to the Packers. All right, that's pretty much it. You guys can look at that if you want to, though, as we go. So, Dynasty, Superflex, Startup, Mock Draft, PPR, not tight end premium, and we have a third round reversal for today. Okay,
be careful.
We don't typically use third round reversals, but we see a lot of people commenting and say, why don't you do a third round reversal? Let's see how it goes. So let's go ahead and start this bad boy up. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes goes at the 1-1.
I'm just gonna make sure everyone knows in that third round reversal.
Coach Tommy says, Mingo Niners RIP. Can you explain the thought there? I personally just think he would be buried in the depth chart, man. He'd be behind CMC. He'd be behind George Kittle. He'd be behind Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. Even if Brandon Ayuk were to leave, it's just tough to see him really having an important role. Danny Gray's there. Danny Gray became irrelevant because he went to the Niners. Also, I would say Gray and Mingo are similar talents personally, but that might be controversial. So I just think there's just no opportunity there. There's just no pathway that I could see him being relevant. Steven, thank you so much for the super chat, man. He says, shameless plug. My Devy squad thanks Zach for the 2024 class preview. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. That was a fun video to make. There comes the notification. Yeah, I love making videos like that, so I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Steven. Appreciate the super chat, man. Okay, so we see all quarterbacks in the first 6. No surprise there. What is maybe surprising is Trevor Lawrence going at the 1-4 ahead of Jalen Hurts, ahead of Justin Herbert. How do we feel about that? Feels a little early, no?
Yeah, it does feel a little bit early. Right now, Trevor Lawrence is definitely my 106. So going 2 spots ahead right now, it's a bit up there. So, I personally wouldn't do it, but I guess, hey, each of their own. Maybe they're seeing the next step there with Trevor Lawrence and they're with Calvin Ridley. So, yeah, I think that's maybe where they're going.
Okay, fair. So 7 quarterbacks off the board. Let's see what Macy does here at the 1-8. Shout out to Macy. He got signed up over on Flock Fantasy. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate the love and the support. And by the way, we're 12 subscribers away from 6K, Badake.
That's crazy.
Could we hit that tonight?
We'll see. I mean, if you're not subscribed, if you've been a lingerer here for a little bit,
you've been a stalker.
I mean, we would appreciate you guys subscribing. But hey, we'll see. We'll see how we go. It's all love either way.
Absolutely. But yeah, 12 subs away from 6K. That's cool. That is really cool.
Oh, there goes Blaze. Blaze excited.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of options here, but with Justin Jefferson on the board, it feels like a no-brainer here at the 110. Welcome to the squad, King.
All right. Welcome to the squad, King.
Styles says this time next year that won't be crazy for T-Law. Yeah, I don't disagree that he's, in that category, no doubt. I have T-Law in the same tier in my rankings as Hurts and Herbert. But actually it might be with Lamar, Fields, and Lawrence. I'll have to double check that, but I wouldn't be surprised too much either.
All right,
Mighty
I'm gonna
Booch
try something
says,
different here.
Okay. I'm going Bijan at the 111.
Yeah, let's go Bijan and see how we go. Because you get the 3rd round reversal, so maybe
thinking.
You can kind of sneak something in a little bit.
That sounds interesting.
Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. We get CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson at the 2-1. Where does Richardson go here? I mean, look, guys, you know how we feel. We personally wouldn't. I think CJ is a couple spots early, but Anthony Richardson definitely not at the 2-1 for us.
Oh my goodness.
And he goes to the Colts as well with the 4th pick, which I don't mind the landing spot, but still a bit early for A Rich.
Wow.
A bit early for A Rich.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, I'm still going to switch it up here. I'm not going to take a quarterback. I'm going to go running back, wide receiver.
Okay. Well,
and see once again who falls to me.
I'm wondering how the board's going to play out here.
Yeah, I'm interested. I think this is why I'm going this way. Because I want to see who's going to be available in quarterback. Because that means the people on the other end might reach a little bit. We'll see, though. Gosh, Anthony Richardson at the 2-1.
Where did Bryce go again?
Bryce went to Texans.
And they did just get JSN in this draft as well, right?
Let me double check for you.
Yeah. Let's have a little fun here. Welcome to the squad, Bryce. Welcome to the squad, brother.
They got JSN.
I don't want to wait too long.
Welcome to the squad, my man.
Blaze is excited for 6K. Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is. So I don't know why she barked. You know why she barked, babe? She just went crazy? Yeah, I don't know why. No one knows why. She must have heard something.
Where's Ridley going? We'll find out. We'll find out where he's going. That's true, Brennan. Lance and Gray were lighting it up to start the season. That is very true.
Mm. Yeah, they were.
Okay, so oh my God, I didn't know Deshaun Watson was there.
He was there. Are you surprised?
Yeah, obviously. I would have taken Deshaun Watson. Well, damn. In my mind, he's just never available at the
yeah.
2-3.
He's normally
I just ruled him out in my head. I just like no, he's not there.
Mm,
Oh, brain fart.
it's okay. There goes Waddle there.
Yep. So Waddle's off the board. Wow. Well, there you go. Is this the year Swift becomes a bell cow? I mean, if y'all have been watching our channel for a while, you know how I've felt about Swift for about 4 months now. I've just been off. I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening. If Jamal Williams doesn't resign, which I expect him to do, I expect him to, I think someone else will come in and take that Jamal Williams role. The team was really successful, and they were successful offensively. Thanks for the sub, JMMLR. They were successful, and they had Swift in a minimized role. So I just don't think that this team is going to – it's not built around Swift anymore like it was 2 years ago before the Amon-Ra rise and ascension. Yeah. It's just not built around Swift, and I don't think there's going to be long-term investment from this team, so I don't think they have any reason to really feature him. But I think he will still be good for fantasy because he's such a weapon out of the backfield, but I just don't think he's ever going to become this top 5 guy like people wanted him to be.
Mm. Yeah, we'll see. I'm still believing in Swift, still believing in him to be something, but it all depends on how the team invests around him and how they're going to build around him. So let's see what happens. I still believe that he has some juice in the tank if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
But all depends. All depends.
Yeah, a little juice in the tank.
Yeah, a little juicy juice.
I'm so annoyed that I didn't take Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
Watson. Kyler Murray, A.J. Brown, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson off the board. Mighty Boot says, you see any teams left wanting to trade up to get the 3rd overall pick from the Cardinals? I could definitely see that happening.
I think it has to be the Colts.
Yeah. Oh, well, if the Colts want to guarantee that they get a quarterback.
Yeah, it has to be the Colts because the Raiders could jump. The Falcons could jump.
Yeah, the Titans potentially.
The Titans could, like any team can jump. And if the Colts want to solidify Richardson or Will Levis, because I mean that, let's be honest, that's who we believe that will be available. They're gonna have to jump. But what are the Cardinals really gonna ask for? Are they gonna ask for an extra 4th, an extra 3rd?
No, that you'd have to pay a lot more than that to move up to 3.
To swap picks. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I think you would have to.
And the Colts will probably have to pay a premium because they're looking at what Atlanta or Vegas is going to offer them and say, well,
yeah, you're not betting against just swapping up one pick. You're betting against every other team who wants to move up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah. It's gonna be interesting what the Colts are gonna end up doing.
Okay, so that 3rd round reversal is now in effect. I'm still so annoyed at myself. If this team started with Justin Jefferson and Deshaun Watson, that would be so hot. Anyway, let's see what Mondo does here. A Rich at the 2-1, man. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I don't get it.
I would agree there, and this puts me in a great position. This is why I went CD, because maybe he does fall, and then goes Dak Prescott, get the stack here.
And that's ridiculous that you were able to get him that late.
Yeah. So
I've never seen Dak fall out of the 2nd.
Yeah, I haven't either. Usually he goes where, like, what, the middle of the 2nd, 2.5 to like 2.8-ish?
Yeah, I've never seen him fall that far.
People don't like the 3rd round reversal. That we don't do it often. But
yeah, we don't do it often, but we just want to switch it up for those people who ask. I mean, this is our comment section every video. I don't like it this way. I want it this way. It's like two differing opinions, which is great because everyone has preferences. But it's just funny from like trying to please everyone. You just never will you? Okay, options here.
You got 15 seconds, 13, 12. Just keep that in mind. I don't know what your clock looking like over there.
Okay,
10,
okay.
9.
No, stop. Let me think.
Okay.
We're going to take Jonathan Taylor here.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say.
We're gonna take JT here at the 3-3.
Adam says that I have Garrett Wilson. Should I be worried at all with Lazard joining the Jets? I don't think so, personally. I don't know about Zach. I think if anything, this could open up a little bit more for Garrett Wilson. Now that they have Alan Lazard and Brees Hall and Elijah Moore, if they end up using him at all, so I wouldn't be worried. I don't think his value drops. In my opinion.
No, I don't think I'd be worried either. We know what Alan Lazard is right now. It's very clear his role will be a wide receiver 2 or 3 on that team. It's like Jacoby Myers being added to the Raiders. Not that Garrett Wilson's anywhere near the talent right now of Devontae Adams, but it's like it's not going to impact his target share.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor, 2 tags there at the 3-4 is really good for Ronnie, Chase, Deshaun Watson, Tua. I mean, I really could have gone I could have had 2 quarterbacks right here. But I actually don't mind Brian Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, with Dak as a stack. So
yeah.
So thought about Dak over AJ Brown. That makes sense, Dylan. Giants fans drafting 2 Cowboys. Yeah, look, it's fantasy, Don't love it. They're still the Cowgirls, but you gotta respect them in fantasy, I guess.
Yeah.
What a day already, huh?
What a day, brother.
I don't know if you heard, but apparently Aaron Rodgers is going to be on Pat McAfee's show tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Who is Aaron Rodgers?
Who is Aaron Rodgers? He's actually the new GM for the Jets. I don't know if you know that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a former quarterback for the Packers, currently in limbo, but now he is just telling the Jets head office, he's telling them what to do. So GM / quarterback potentially in the near future for the Jets, Aaron Rodgers. What time is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, actually? That's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Am I right there?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
I think it is like 5 o'clock or something in the morning. But it could be a little bit different for us. All right. Etienne, CMC, DK, Metcalf, Tyreek Hill. A couple guys going off the board there.
Yep. So let's see what these teams at the back half do. There goes JSN.
There goes JSN.
Yeah, I thought it would be spicy to link up with JSN with Bryce Young at the 3-3, but just felt a little too early. A little too rich there. A little too rich.
And I think we spoke about this a little bit. I think people would take that risk. People will want to stack.
Yeah.
Whether that's Bryce Young or CJ, I think they would reach for JSN over Tyreek Hill, over DK.
I already have JSN over those 2 guys personally, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess who you will really be reaching over is the quarterbacks, right? Depending on how you're building your team. But if you had, let's say you had Deshaun Watson and Breece Hall, and then you at the 3-3 there, JSN's there. I think everyone would highly consider that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. I could see it happening, but Dak Prescott should not fall out of the second round. That's crazy.
It is pretty wild. I got lucky, I guess.
8 more subs to 6K. I know, Sky, we are not far off right now. 8 subs to 6K.
We appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, if you're a linger.
I know what it's like to be a lurker. I think that's what you're trying to say. Lurker.
I said linger. Yeah, I said linger.
I lurk a lot of channels, and I get it, okay? But don't worry, we're not going to bite. Help us get to 6K. If you've been lurking for a while, you've been watching the content. Maybe you've been watching us, you don't even realize you're not subbed. You know what I mean? You're like, wait, I watch these guys every day. I'm not even subscribed to them. Typically, that's what happens. So, help us out. Let's get to 6K together. It would be fun to do it on this stream.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Danny Dimes at 312, 1 round after Chris Olave. Actually, sorry, 2 rounds after Chris Olave, if you think about it that way.
Who he gets a stack there too? Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. I guess some sort of stack, which is kind of exciting.
Steven says, whoa, JSN over Tyreek and DK. Yes, Steven.
He didn't start it, Steven.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to discuss it. I actually have Jackson in our scouting grades, in our formula, in our little database. I think for whatever reason, JSN is actually rated as a better prospect than Chris Olave, than Garrett Wilson. So I have been very high on JSN for a while. You guys know that. But yeah, that's how high I am on him. He's my wide receiver 10 right now. I've said it before. There's 2 can't miss prospects in the class: Bijan Robinson, JSN. So I love me some JSN, and I don't see how he fails in the NFL.
Scary hour. Dak is kind of trash if you ask me. Yeah, he's shit. Dak's back, boys. The 3-2.
Yes, Steven, it is a confident statement. I didn't stutter. Saquon goes at the 4-1, London at the 4-2. Pretty good value for London to get him in the 4th round, as well as Kyle Pitts, to be honest. Christian Watson at the 4-4, then Josh Jacobs at the 4-5. So what happened with CJ Gardner-Johnson? Where did he not sign anywhere yet?
No, he hasn't. I think he's asking for a massive premium, and
oh, it looks like he just quote tweeted himself in a Bengals jersey.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Is he going to the Bengals?
I think maybe somebody just edited that.
But no, that's his Twitter account. He retweeted that.
Well, we haven't heard anything.
I know, but it's just interesting that why would he put that out there? It's just, I don't know. Maybe he's playing hard to get.
I think he's just putting himself out there and be like, I will look good there. Bengals hit me up type vibe.
Right.
You know?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Holy moly.
Scary hour.
Casey says Rashad Penny's going to be comeback running back of the year. Comeback player of the year.
I mean, let's see.
A lot of people honestly, if he stays healthy, I could see it. I could definitely see it. Jahmyr Gibbs at the 4-8. I was wondering when he was going to go. Me and Macy, man, I'm telling you, it's almost like we have one mind when we draft. Damn, I was going to say, if Mark Andrews falls to me at the 4-10, you can't not draft Mark Andrews. Not really a quarterback I want to draft yet, honestly. I think we're going to go wide receiver here. Oh, with Jameson Williams on the board, no brainer. Welcome to the squad, Jameson.
Scary
hour. Road to Financial Freedom says people overrate JSN's lack of top end speed. When your transition from catch to sprint is as smooth as natural as JSN's, the lack of speed is pretty much negated. Yeah, I think there's, and I've said this in all of the videos that I've been making about wide receivers this offseason, the number one overrated attribute for a wide receiver is speed. I'm not saying that speed is not important, because it is, and obviously gives people certain advantages, but speed should not be like this determining factor on whether a wide receiver is going to be successful in the NFL, because we have seen so many wide receivers who are running 4.6s, like mid 4.6s and, you know, low 4.5s, and they're some of the best wide receivers in the NFL. You know, DeAndre Hopkins comes to mind, Larry Fitzgerald, Cooper Kupp. So I think what people miss is the transition speed. I think you described it a little, like actually pretty well there. That transition speed from being a receiver to a runner after the catch, that transition speed to me is more important. That short area quickness, that short area smoothness, I think is more important than just being able to run as fast as you can in a straight line. Absolutely, speed helps, but if the other parts of your game aren't intact and well-rounded, then your speed isn't going to really matter. I mean, we see it time and time again, like John Ross. For some reason, the Patriots, which really surprised me last year, taking Tyquan Thornton. I'm pretty sure over George Pickens. I could be wrong there, but yeah, speed I think is consistently one of the more overrated aspects. And that's why I don't have really interest in Jalen Hyatt. I mean, no disrespect, but people keep saying that we're too low on him. I watched his film, and I watched a lot of it, and I just don't see a nuanced player. I see speed, I see game speed, but I'm sorry. If I'm that guy, I'm that guy. I just don't see what other people are seeing with him. It's like MVS. It's exactly like MVS. That's what you're getting with Jalen Hyatt, which is what I've said from day one. Okay, Dotson goes off the board. I was hoping Burks was going to fall there. Is Christian Watson still available? No, he went at the 4-4.
Nope.
I do see someone available that I might take, which, I mean, now everyone can see him. Yeah, let's not overthink it. Man.
Couple good guys here.
There's no quarterbacks I really want to take here. You know, it feels gross to take a quarterback here.
Yeah, I feel you. I was looking at quarterbacks, but I'd rather take my chance and see who's going to fall to me. Who's?
I'll take Pickens there. I might be paying too much of a premium, but I would say he's not going to come back to me at the 6'10", especially with Macy on the board. Let's see. Dylan says, I know some people are off the Lance train, but I still think he takes the job when Purdy is hurt to start the year. I can see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
As you guys know, right now, we always do our best to try and keep up with the chat. We always want to make sure we interact with you guys. Yeah. If you do want something answered straight away, or you want advice straight away, drop a super chat of any amount, and we will absolutely get to it. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you want to see a rookie mock draft right after this one, we have a like goal of 100 likes. So drop that like. Easiest way to support the show, to tell YouTube, hey, I like this. Maybe other people will too. So get us to that 100 like mark, and we're going to pop off a rookie mock for you after we do today's startup mock. And when you know it, Daniel says Pickens would have been my next pick. So good to know I got my guy where I got him.
There you go.
One of our friends in Badake and I's home league, in the old house that we lived in, is a Packers fan.
Yeah.
And he says he's just in denial right now, basically.
He's never not known what it is to have a bad quarterback run it in his franchise. And it's just, you feel bad, but at the same time, it's like, welcome to the club, brother. Like, we greet you. Yeah, like, we love to embrace you with open arms, but, like, at the same time, F you, because you were talking shit the whole time because you had Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But
I had Rex Grossman, and the bad version of Rex Grossman as my starting quarterback in Washington. I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, well, for you, yeah, that's different. For me, I had Eli Manning, but it was a lot of ups and downs with as well, right? Like,
I feel like, you can't complain.
Yeah.
Eli's. I mean, he gave you guys, what was it, 2 Super Bowls?
2 Super Bowls, but people still don't believe he's Hall of Fame worthy. In my opinion, he is, but who knows?
Yeah. I think Lev is going to be better than many people believe. All hail the neckbeard.
Oh, hail the neckbeard.
Who's neckbeard? I'm trying to think.
Me?
Oh, is it you, or talking about a player? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, you got it trimmed up pretty nice there.
Yeah, I can't wait to get a haircut. Being City this, you going to Steve's thing, right?
Yeah, when is it?
This weekend.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Byronic, we will find out, man. We'll find out. We will find out where he ends up going. Yeah. What's Jason's realistic top pro comp? I feel like I've Steven, you watch a lot of our content. I've said my pro comps way too much. People are probably annoyed about how many times I've said them, but for me, it is Keenan Allen, it is Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and a little bit of Larry Fitzgerald. Like those are the kind of players that I see his comps as. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's similar. I said more of like a Stephon Diggs, but maybe that's really high praise. I mean, all those other guys are high praise as well. So
they're all high praise, yeah.
He's kind of in that mix. He just is a mold of all these guys.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson at the 5'11". Wow. Will Levis at the 5'10".
Is that too early for you reckon, for Ramondre?
I think like there's a couple wide receivers I would rather have. I think I would rather have a quarterback, especially with the way his team is built right now. Like I would have had DJ Moore. I'd rather have DJ Moore there. Yeah. A bunch of other people I'd rather have over Ramondre Stevenson. This makes him the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th running back off the board.
Oof.
Which is pretty high praise. Like I don't even have him.
I have him RB 16.
I have him 17. So.
And you like him more than me. That's weird.
Yeah. I guess I like other people a little bit more than.
Yeah.
I think I have Swifty higher than you do, which makes it different potentially. So.
I do have Swifty as 15 though.
Right. So, anyways, but yeah, just wasn't expecting him to go that high.
Perry says, why are you guys so high on Pickens when most fantasy guys aren't? Perry, this goes back all the way to last year, around January of 2022, when we started this Dynasty channel, about midway through the year. We started scouting and, we had been scouting, but we started this channel to talk about Dynasty football because our first channel was actually called Fantasyland Football. We still have that, and that's where we do redraft content. But when we scouted last year's wide receiver class, I was abnormally high on George Pickens. Fell in love with the talent. I think the only reason that he was disrespected by the Dynasty community was because of the injury and because of the off-field issues, which, I mean, how can people quantify? But they tried to quantify it. So Pickens for me was a flag plant from an early on. A lot of people didn't even have him in their top 10. There was a point where I had him actually in my top 3. This is pre-draft. Of course, like the draft impacted that list drastically. But I was in love with the talent, in love with the player. And it's funny because when he was drafted to the Steelers, I just feel like people, they forget so quickly what the narrative was. I remember the narrative because I'm obsessed with the player. And I will look for the players on Twitter, right? And see what people are saying.
Right.
I remember when Pickens was drafted, everyone in the Dynasty community was saying, well, maybe he'll get a couple receptions behind Chase Claypool, but he's going to be completely irrelevant here. I remember that being the conversation. Like, if he like is at his peak, he's a wide receiver 3 on this team. And I feel like that was people's expectations heading into the season. Well, Pat is there, Deontay's there, Chase is there. Maybe he's the 4th option. And in my opinion, his expectations or the expectations that people had were exceeded, but I don't think many people want to admit that. I think they want to keep this like grudge against him for whatever reason. I just didn't like that guy. No, it's fine. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Who knows? Because obviously I have love for this player. But the narrative that I keep hearing around the Twitter sphere is that George Pickens can't get open. And that's just not true. I mean, if you go look at reception perception on George Pickens, which I believe is by Matt Harmon, he does incredible work on wide receivers. He's one of the best in the industry. I would encourage people who are doubting George Pickens to go look at the reception perception for George Pickens. This guy can get open, okay? And not only did he have like a ridiculous contested catch rate, but he, in my opinion, exceeded expectations as being like the second option, kind of tied with Pat on this team. And I don't think anyone expected that when he was drafted. I think he's going to get more opportunities as he grows. And we've already heard rumors about Deontay potentially being traded. I'm not saying it will happen, but the Steelers know how to develop wide receiver talent like George Pickens. And we're talking about a player who was playing with Mitch Trubisky, okay? And that was pretty up, pretty down. Let me just make a pick here. I feel like this late, I'll take some Javonte Williams this late. We're talking about a player who started the year with Mitch Trubisky. We all watched Mitch Trubisky. That was rough, okay? Then Kenny Pickett comes into town and struggles to start, but ends the year on a run with 7-2. The interceptions are down, efficiency's up. So to me, I think this offense is ascending. I think Pickens exceeded what people thought he would do as a rookie, and I don't think he's getting enough respect. So I will try and put that respect on his name. Now, is there a chance that Pickens doesn't become the player I think he could? Of course, as there is with any player. But if people out there don't like George Pickens, fair. Like, you don't like him, that's okay. Like, you know, we can agree to just disagree. But I think what I said when I first scouted him, Badake, and you remember this because you're probably annoyed at how many times I said it. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm going to say?
You can't believe how far George Pickens fell in the draft? Or?
No. I was talking about the first time I watched his film.
He was born to. It was like he was born to run routes, some shit like that.
No, it was Pablo Picasso was born to paint. George Pickens was born to play wide receiver. It's truly an art form watching George Pickens play wide receiver. So, anyway, I have a personal bias towards George Pickens, and I can accept that. But I also think that there is this weird negativity on Twitter about George Pickens. It's so strange. It's weird vibes. So that was like the most long-winded answer, but I hope that's okay.
I would say, just based off of that last part you just said, why there's so much negativity on George Pickens is because of how much the community loved Chase Claypool. I think that's
right. Everyone was in on Chase.
Everyone was so in on Chase. Everyone loved how big he was and how fast he was and what he was going to be able to do. And it was just like, okay, why are we going for George Pickens if everyone at the time believes Chase Claypool was a better talent? And then you saw Chase Claypool and how good of a guy he was and how he was doing everything. And then George Pickens with all the off-field issues, he tore his ACL. Why would you get George Pickens, right? And I think that's what that was the narrative at the time. If I would put myself in those people's shoes, massive Chase Claypool believers.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, George Pickens, there you go. 5-3. Let's see what happens this year. We both like George Pickens. I think we both have him significantly. I think you might have him a little bit higher than me. He's my wide receiver 23 right now. I'm not sure where you have him.
He's my wide receiver 21.
There you go. So we're pretty close in our rankings here with George Pickens. But yeah, I mean, and look at the team right now. Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, they got rid of Chase Claypool. And I don't see this team investing in another wide receiver personally. So I think it's only up and onwards for George Pickens. I mean, maybe Calvin Austin kind of fills in a role somewhere in the slot, or Pat the Dragon gets a little bit more opportunity, but it's definitely George Pickens.
They have their core, and I'm not even suggesting that Deontay Johnson will be moved. What I am suggesting is that it's not something that the Steelers haven't done before.
Right. Exactly.
So they kind of just, hey, we're going to turn you into a star and then move you. And then Deontay Johnson, for me, was my biggest sell last offseason. Look, that's a lot of targets to do not much with.
Yeah.
What did Deontay Johnson finish with target share wise? Let me see how many.
What Sleeper needs to do is put like a total on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you go through all their stats on the year? So like if I go to Devontae Adams, They should just say total targets, and I don't know why they haven't done that.
Deontay Johnson had 147 targets last year. That is 7th in the NFL, and finished as a wide receiver 28. George Pickens had 84 targets. Let's just do some quick maths here.
Quick maths.
So Deontay Johnson had 63 more targets this last year. I am trying to project what that target share will look like next year. I'm not suggesting Deontay Johnson's a bad player. I'm suggesting that we saw huge flashes from Pickens, and I wouldn't be surprised if Pickens ends up in like the 105, 110 range, and we see Deontay come down to maybe a similar range. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a similar amount of opportunities. Deontay's probably still going to be favored.
Well,
but
how many targets did Claypool have?
Hard to say because
he was injured at some point at the time, wasn't he?
Was traded, and yeah, it was kind of a nightmare, but he definitely overtook Claypool on that team.
Because, I mean, we have to divvy that up, I guess, if we're really thinking about it. I don't really expect somebody else coming in and demanding targets. I mean, unless they really go for three wide receivers. Yeah, I think they're set as well. I can't really tell when he even got traded. Maybe they can show us on Sleeper a little bit better. Let's see, Sleeper. Nah, still the same thing. Anyways.
Yeah. Number one player, by the way, on trending player profiler is Darren Waller.
Talk it up, baby. New York Football Giants, tied in 1. Woo! I can't believe we got Darren Waller for a third. The 100th pick in the draft. Hey, I mean, to be fair, he is 31 with injury issues, but I'll take him.
Yeah. That's the same thing I was saying when we got Tony. And also, a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Kind of just traded injury concerned players for each other that are very good.
Yeah, but with completely different attitudes. But, I mean,
sure.
y'all can navigate that the way y'all want. We don't take that bullshit in New York, you know.
Well, we navigated it into a Super Bowl, so it worked out pretty well.
I mean, to be fair, when he caught a pass, like 2 passes, not jokes. He was part of the reason why you won the Super Bowl, so.
Yeah, I think so.
He's still shit, though, my eyes. Jokes.
You're just a hater.
Jokes.
Just a hater. By the way, last thing I'll say on this, because we've spent too much time talking about Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. Deontay Johnson had, 6th, 7th most targets amongst wide receivers. And where did he finish? Let me double check. And he finished as... What the heck? Hold on, give me a second. Deontay Johnson, okay, had the 6th or 7th most targets amongst wide receivers, finished as the wide receiver 28. Not ideal. George Pickens had the 48th most targets. Again, 48th most targets, according to Player Profiler, and he finishes as a wide receiver 40. So let's see what happens if that target share becomes a little bit more even.
Yeah. I think it will, and I think there will be a little bit more consistency. Like, once again, to close it off, I mean, I did draft Kenny Pickett here. I think he's going to come in. He did miss a couple games. He wasn't initially the start in the first part of the season. Comes in, has a concussion issue, left halfway through a couple games. Still understanding the offense, finding the pace and rhythm with Kenny Pickett in the NFL. I think year 2 should easily potentially make things a lot easier for George Pickens, Kenny Pickett, and Deontay Johnson. So I'm really excited about this team, and I'm a massive believer in Kenny Pickett as well. So
yeah, that's fair. Okay, Michael Mayer off the board. That's okay. Darren Waller's still there.
Smart, tough, and dependable, they say. Smart, tough, dependable.
The dependable part is debatable, but
Dependable part, debatable, but I don't know why.
I mean,
but
I hope he stays healthy.
That just reminded me of Lilo Stitch. I don't know why. Remember Lilo
I love
Stitch?
Lilo and Stitch.
When
Of course.
she's playing Elvis and she's laying down, she's a hubba, like, and she's singing the song.
Mhm.
Anyways, that's what I thought of for some reason.
All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is disgusting. Gosh, this is gross.
There's a couple people.
Y'all are gonna hate me. I don't care. That's the most valuable player on the board right now.
Actually, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Super Bowl winning champion Kadarius Toney. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, I would say
pick.
Deontay is also a good buy as well. I would say I agree with that. Dependable part is debatable. Agreed.
Ooh, is this guy still on the board? Josh Downs went. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. I was looking for him too.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Nice little pick there in the 8th round.
I'm just gonna put this guy on my queue because I'm pretty sure he's the 1st round tight end. Luke Musgrave. Just don't remember where he went.
Yeah, I thought about it. I just feel like it's too early.
Put him on the queue. I'm just trying to see where he went. I'm trying to find him. He went to the Ooh, he went to the Cowboys. Hey, to the Cowboys.
Yeah. There's just so many tight ends on the board, though. That's what I was.
No, I definitely get you. There is a lot of tight ends, but I'll take the chance, especially if they get Luke Musgrave. I'm happy to take him here.
Yeah.
I mean, do you take Michael Mayer that goes to the Bengals or Luke Musgrave to the Cowboys? I mean, both.
Michael Mayer for me. I'll go because I think there is a
Dak
gap.
Prescott shit, right? Yeah.
In talent. It's nothing to do with Dak Prescott.
And I got the stack. Wow, I put myself on auto draft. Oh, fuck me, man. Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm cursing a lot. Sorry.
Who would the stack be?
I got CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and Luke Musgrave.
Oh, okay.
Because they're on the Cowboys. Didn't mean to take Derrick Henry, but GG's. It's whatever.
This is a spiral.
Abaki here already. Watch him be top 10 in receiving touchdowns next season. Lock it in, boys. If you have a Twitter, you won't do one of those pinned comments and be like, if somebody did that last year with Jonathan Taylor or 2 years ago, and he actually got it right. But you should pin the comment and just like for every tweet, retweet, and comment, you'll donate $1. You won't do it.
Zay Flowers, I saw someone ask what his landing spot was. It was atrocious. It was the Steelers.
Yeah, it was...
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
I don't know how anyone makes that make sense. Especially when they have superstar receiver Calvin Austin in the wings.
Oh, the Lions and running back Jamal Williams are far apart in negotiations.
Ooh.
Also,
okay.
rumors: Broncos aggressively pursued now Jets wide receiver Allen Lazard. Just give us Jerry then.
Why? I just don't understand what the Broncos are doing. Why would you not keep those players?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Exactly. I mean, Sean Payton must be. He's basically saying, I'm getting rid of everybody. I don't give a shit what you doing, right, or what you want to do. But I mean, he came out saying, "Yep, we're gonna trade Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton." I was like, "Oh fuck, okay. Oh, I thought you guys were gonna go for a Super Bowl, my guy."
Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Justin.
Thank you, man.
Justin says, "What's up, fellas? Thoughts on this trade? Jonathan Taylor plus a late 24 first for Ken Walker, plus an early top 24 first. One quarterback start 8. Yeah, I would take the Ken Walker side. Be careful projecting where picks are going to be. I say this all the time, but It's only because I've learned from it. You can't really project where picks are going to be. Last offseason, I had a team that I built around, and I thought it was going to win the championship. It looked incredible. The only reason it didn't happen is because almost everyone got injured. And that team, I ended up giving the first overall pick to this guy over here in that league. So all I would say is careful projecting picks, because it doesn't always work out. Players get injured that you would never expect to get injured, and things go south.
Yeah.
But overall, I would say I'm very fine with that. I have Ken Walker and JT in the similar tier.
James Cook, Cam Akers, Badake. It's I don't know. I guess whatever you want it to be, whether it finishes top 10, whatever.
I don't think it's a bet. I think it's just like something that you want to establish.
Yeah, it's, I guess, like he says, what am I saying though? Like, am I saying he's going to finish top 15? So
I think the one that you're talking about, the guy was like, if Jonathan Taylor doesn't finish as the RB1, then I'll give $500 to someone who retweets this or something.
It was just like for every like and retweet, and obviously he had a lot of followers.
Oh yeah.
But you know,
for every like and retweet, I'll donate to something like
for
this.
something. So you should do something like that, and it'll be cool, but no pressure. Just something fun, so you can keep yourself accountable and be like, I'm a Christian Watson believer, and then change your Twitter handle to I don't know, all about the Watts. I don't know. A lot of people do that.
If Judy was in this class, where would you rank? Right now, I'm just looking at my rankings. I would have him pretty close with Quentin at 2, but I would have him right behind Quentin at this point as the 3.
He would be my 3. That's exactly where I was going. They're not done yet. Oh shit, hold on. What are we talking about? Oh, that's ages. Does that happen to you when you get Twitter notifications from like 2 or 3 hours ago? Like, why didn't I get that 2 or 3 hours ago?
Yeah, that happens. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd definitely be my 3. It would be
Steven.
Quentin J.
Yes. India League. I hate that team. I fucking hate. Excuse my language. I hate that team. That is a team from hell. Oh my god, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong in that league. Disgusting. I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to look at that team.
I can't. Yeah.
I have worked so hard to rebuild that thing though, and I'm happy with what it looks like. But I hate that team.
Yeah, shout out to Bijan Robinson. You like the one-on-one, man? Let me look at you too.
I actually am really happy with the team that I have.
No, that's good. That's good.
Oh, I got Terrace Marshall in this league. You love to see that. It's probably time to let Austin Hooper go. Good night, brother. Good night. Just trying to make room on this team. DeAndre Carter. Good night, brother. Actually, let's get rid of Justice Hill. Doesn't really matter between those two, let's be honest.
Somebody making that to you, Justice Hill. Good old India League.
I'll show you guys what this team looks like now, and what it will look like here heading into next year. But I hate this team. Okay, this is the team that I'm talking about. Let's see if you guys can see it. Yeah, this is my India team. So I'll actually have Justin Herbert, QB1, Danny Dimes, QB2. Feel good about that. We'll see where Sanders goes. I've got Javonte here, but hopefully Sanders goes somewhere intriguing.
The Lions are signing former Bears David Montgomery.
I told y'all to buy David Montgomery.
He's quick. I told you. Hey, Monty.
Oh, I'm taking this to the bank. Let's go.
Right after that tweet came out,
I feel like an absolute genius right now. Oh my god.
So David Montgomery going to the Lions. So that means Jamal Williams is going to go somewhere else. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds
and they're gonna
like.
keep. There looks like obviously they're gonna keep DeAndre Swift, but this is a 1-2 punch. Monty, I think I would say offers significantly more than what Jamal Williams does. Younger as well, and he can play the similar role of what Jamal did play, and I would say better. And even if Swift does go down, Monty knows how to handle a workload. He's been a top 5, top 10 running back in the past, so that's actually really exciting.
Yeah,
You
I
feel
agree.
it feels really comfortable to be drafting. Like, where did Monty just went at the 10-9. I wonder where Monty went here. So
I mean, look, sometimes you suggest something and it happens and you feel like a damn genius. That's how I feel right now. Doesn't always happen that way, but that's how I feel right now.
yeah, they did trade in the division. That is interesting. I wonder what
It wasn't a trade. It's not a trade. It's a signing.
You're right. It is a signing. It was a signing. Now that just makes sense. It just makes. So the Lions are out of contention. At least you think of them drafting.
For Jamal Williams, yeah, they're not going to bring Jamal. Oh, for Bijan?
Just for Bijan. I know that was a fun place, and we kept saying it, but
probably not. Yeah,
it doesn't feel like
probably
they're
not
going to
gonna
bring
do
that
that.
in. So Monty agrees to 3-year, $18 million deal. This is the first run, or not the first, but I guess the first big name running back off the board in free agency, which kind of sets the tone now. He gets $18 million 3 years. I want to see that breakdown.
18 million 3 years?
Yeah, I need to see the breakdown of how this works.
God, I'm struggling here to tweet about this. I'm like just not sure how. I'm so old. Technology is tough.
Old. Gosh. Show me the breakdown. Somebody's gonna do it. Let me bring up Ian Rappaport. Is Ian Rappaport really? Is that his real name, or did he change it because it was just 200 IQ from him? Does anyone know that?
Good question.
Tom Pelissero. Let me bring him up as well. RP Swift owners like myself and Delta Daniel. It's okay. Hey, give my guy Penny some respect. He was just on the bottom of my list there, Steven. I'll be honest with you. He was on the bottom of my list. So now, Khalil Herbert. Do the Bears take Bijan at 9? I mean, at 9 though? Ooh, be careful.
All right, I just tweeted about it.
Be
I
careful.
was trying so hard to figure out how to tweet about that.
Thanks, Ian.
Wow, I just got the Lions starting running back for a late second round pick.
Are Bears trading for Eckler? I don't think they will go that. I don't think they would do that personally, Perry. Just wouldn't make sense. You got a young team.
This is why, by the way, this is why I'm saying, look at all these tight ends here, dude.
Nah, that's shit, man. I'm joking.
So many tight ends.
I'm joking. Yeah, there are a lot of tight ends. Everyone's saying Khalil Herbert now.
If you guys want to, you want to follow me on Twitter, maybe my genius will wear off. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There's so many things I've gotten wrong, but this feels good. Feels good to hit like that, doesn't it?
Oh gosh. The sports book a screenshot of Jamal Williams crying and tweeted the response of Monty. What's up, love?
What's the sports book?
It's the Caesar sports book, like the
Caesar's.
Yeah, go to Tom Pelissero's, and then it should be like the first one, which I thought was really funny. Yeah, we did. We almost are.
Oh damn! Yeah. Monty's the line. You love to see it. 3-year deal, RIP Swift. Yeah, unfortunately. Rookie draft tonight. Yeah, I mean, we hit over 104. So we said we would.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do it. I wonder if we should change that.
That's the big domino to fall there. Was Monty. Now all these other running backs I think are going to fall into place. RIP Swift owners. We've been telling y'all don't buy running backs this offseason.
I would love to see this breakdown, please. What is he getting in the first year?
I love this from Badake.
What is he saying?
Yeah, I want to know the contract details for Jamal.
I think because then if we
or for
Monty, because then we can understand what other teams could potentially start paying now.
But you said it was a 3-year deal. That's like very surprising. That kind of commitment.
3 years, 18 million.
That's great.
It sounds like a really okay. Here we go. Adam Scheffner, Lions reach an agreement on 3-year deal, 18 million, including 11 million guaranteed per source. So he's getting 11 million.
No, 11 million guaranteed over the 3 years.
Exactly, over the 3 years.
Thanks for the sub.
Thanks
Big O.
Big old Benz.
Big old Benz. Yeah.
So
I'm not saying that's great for Monty. That's just great for fantasy, like to have him locked in for 3 years.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's good. It is good. Because they see what they have with Swift, maybe trade him away, and if not, you got Monty running it back out there. So, definitely didn't have 30 on Bijan to the Lions when it was plus 1,000. GG's, Stumpy.
Oh no, J Stump. Oh no.
GG's, brother.
RIP.
Well, this is interesting. So now I would personally say the best available running back still out there is Miles Sanders. Obviously, there's multiple running backs out there, but I think we had a top tier, which was Monty, Miles Sanders, obviously Josh Jacobs before the tag, and Saquon Barkley before the tag.
It was Saquon and Josh Jacobs on a tier of their own, and then Monty. Those guys kind of took over tier 1 when they were franchise tagged.
Exactly, and now it was Monty and now Miles.
Here's the guys that are still available. So many. Kareem Hunt, Jamal Williams, Miles Sanders. I mean, I could say even more names. That's the thing. But Devin Singletary, Damian Harris. There's even more names. I'm just not mentioning the others because I could list out the entire thing. But Sanders to the Falcons, that would be fun.
It would be fun. Everyone's advocating for Sanders to the Dolphins. Where did I have? I didn't have Monty to the Lions. I had Monty to the Falcons actually. So I put out a tweet the other day, and I was like, things that I want to see for fantasy, just for fantasy football purposes. And one of them was Monty to the Falcons, Jamal Williams stays with the Lions, Miles Sanders to the Dolphins, Jacoby Myers to the Panthers. GG's. So let's see. And I put Alan Lazard to the Chiefs, but that clearly didn't happen either.
Yeah. Dolphins re-signed both Jeff and Raheem today.
Okay, love.
Yeah, they did. I just don't feel like those guys are going to be the long-term answer. Okay. Who knows where Joe Mixon goes? But at this point, why would I not draft him? This is like when I got Mike Evans yesterday in the 12th round. Where'd he go today? Mike Evans today went in the 8th round. Yeah, I'll take Joe Mixon there.
No, look, but
he can get cut from the team and then go to a new team, and that's still value.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I like this team. Definitely would have liked it more if Deshaun Watson was there, but I like it.
That was
Nixon to the couch. Oh. That's what I'm saying, David. Where did Cedric Tillman go? You just drafted him.
think it was the Giants, or was that somebody else? Let me find him.
We definitely can't stop mocking Bijan to the Lions now. That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. So Cedric Tillman went to the Giants. Yes, I was correct. In the 3rd round.
I would be super okay if KC wanted to send their first round pick for Judy. I would be more than happy with that personally, but I know that some people wouldn't be. It's just I view him as a very good talent that hasn't been fully unleashed just yet.
I'm gonna change the title. Should I change the title like Monty to the Lions? Like just add it? Probably not. Is that a big deal?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, all right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Time to flip Khalil Herbert. That's exactly right, man. That's 200 IQ thinking right there.
Yeah, it is, and that is time to flip.
Because the Bears are going to bring in a running back.
No doubt about it.
Whether it's free agency or it's
Let me see if I have any Khalil Herbert stocks. I don't think I do.
You just drafted Michael Thomas.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
I know that's not what you wanted. All right, I'm on the board here.
Don't have any Khalil Herbert stocks, so that's okay. What about Ebner?
Let's grab DPJ. I like that. Let's grab a little DPJ in the 13th. I like this team.
Tristan Ebner. Do I have any of him?
What would you say Khalil's value is right now? Jack, I would say, honestly, Badake and I, we've been saying this from our channel. It's how we have anticipated the draft or the free agency going. We didn't expect Monty back.
Yeah.
So I think we already accounted for that in our rankings.
Exactly.
And I still don't have him ranked Herbert as like a top 30 guy or anything, you know. So if you can get that value for him, then absolutely I would take it. If you can get like a 206 to a 210 or something, then that's money. I'll take that. Cedric, I think he'll be a part of the backfield, but no, I don't think he'll be the starter. A team that runs the ball, what was it, 3rd most times per game, right behind the Eagles and the Falcons. It's not going to be Herbert and Tristan Ebner to start the year. I promise you.
No
guys.
way. I mean,
it's not going to be that.
What was he? A 6th round pick as well. I mean, it's so easy to go and find a better talent in the draft currently, and especially with the depth of this draft in the running back position. You know, if you have Khalil Herbert, we would encourage you to sell. And if you do sell and you get a second, or however high you can get, I think that you're cashing in right now. So.
All right. I was talking about my team, and it doesn't really matter anymore. But in case anyone's curious, Herbert, Sanders, Javonte, Ayuk, Olave. Then we can put Kyle Pitts here. Hollywood, Daniel Jones. I got Calvin Ridley. I could probably replace Dylan with Ridley.
I got Monty
and we got a first at the end. We have Sam Howell on our taxi. So I think we could be cooking with something here. Let's go ahead and start up a rookie mock draft because you guys helped us reach our like goal. Thank you so much for doing that. So let's go ahead and start up a rookie draft. 15th linear.
I want to see what Monty's value is right now. High he's gonna rise, if he is going to rise.
It's too late to buy him now.
Yeah, it's too late to buy him now. But let's just see where he's at. David, according to the community, he's RB 34. He's behind Khalil Herbert, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Cam Akers, AJ Dillon. I think he can jump into the mid to late 20s, maybe 24.
Well, I'm just looking at my rankings right now, and I had him at 32. I don't see a reason to put Aaron Jones ahead of him. I probably would put him at RB 26 right now.
Yeah, I would say he would be my 20. Yeah, I would agree there. I have to move Jeez, yeah, I would agree. He's currently my RB 33, and I would agree that I wouldn't put him above Aaron Jones.
I said I would personally, but
I mean, right now I don't know if I would. Maybe I would too, but I don't know if I would right now. I'm liking Aaron Jones's value. And he's gonna be in one of the videos I'm making this week, guys.
okay,
For you.
fair.
But I'm not saying he's definitely moving up, Monty. So let me just put him back here right now.
Yeah, I can get that. I just think he's stepping right in to play that exact role that Jamal Williams had,
Yeah.
and I think he can actually play it better than Jamal Williams was. Long-term contract, younger player. I'll take him over Aaron Jones personally, but that might be the start of the debate there. Aaron Jones or David Montgomery, AJ Dillon or David Montgomery. For me, it's Monty, but we'll see what where everyone kind of stands. I'm going to go ahead and update my rankings actually over on flockfantasy.com, so that reflects on the new website.
Exactly.
But I would say that's probably the debate point right around Aaron Jones. So what does the chat think?
I think
you want Aaron Jones or you want David Montgomery?
I would say I would agree that I would want him.
Thanks for the sub. The crit?
The
I was trying to read it. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I would say I do see, the thought process there with Aaron Jones or Monty over Aaron Jones. And I think I would also potentially argue like, I can definitely see Monty being that guy just because of the age as well, right? So it's definitely interesting. I guess maybe that's something that I need to think about myself as I go through my rankings. So, okay, David Montgomery right behind. And let me save that. Submit.
Aaron Jones, if the Packers don't get another weapon, Monty, if they do. JSN for Herbert and Deontay would be fire. JSN for Herbert and Deontay. Is someone getting that?
Yeah, is that what? Are you getting JSN?
I'm confused.
Are you getting JSN? Or are you trading away JSN for Herbert and Deontay? I don't know.
Yeah, let us know what you mean by that. Okay, you guys got us to 108 likes so far. Thank you so much for the love, for the support. And in return, let's go ahead and do a rookie mock draft for you. Badake, I sent you the link. And if people want to join this rookie mock, how can they do that?
Yeah, guys, join our Discord, link in the description. If you guys don't know, we did partner with Flock, so we do have a massive Discord with ourselves.
The biggest group chat for fantasy football you could think of.
Fantasy Stock Exchange and Fantasy Endgame with obviously Mason from Flock. So go to our tab. Go to Fantasyland that has the 2 orange footballs there. Go to content release, and that's exactly where I'll be posting the link for this mock draft. It is first come, first serve. We say we go live Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now with the time change with daylight savings out there. First come, first serve. So I'm gonna be posting the link. Once again, go join our Discord, go to our Fantasyland tab, go to content releases.
Hey, thanks for the super chat. We'll get to that 1 second.
And I will put this out here in 3, 2, 1. There you go.
I Camp Hard says I got offered Jerry Jeudy and the 210 for the 109 and 303. Personally, I'm taking Jerry Jeudy and the 210. But Badake, I think you're on the same page with me. We both really like Jeudy.
Yeah, I would do that. Jeudy kind of feels like that value at the 109. If you do get a Jordan Addison, a Zay Flowers, a Charbonnet, I think Quentin could be on the edge there for me. I'd rather have Quentin over Jerry Jeudy. But I don't think Quentin's going to fall to the 109 personally. So yeah, I would rather have.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm assuming Quentin won't be there.
Yeah, I'd rather have Jerry Jeudy over now the Addisons, over the Zach Charbonnets, the Zay Flowers. So that would be the thought process for me.
Yeah. Someone asked, what is David Montgomery's value now? I would say like around the 203, 204 is probably what you're going to have to pay. Is that too aggressive? I would say that's what you're
What
gonna have
did
to
you
pay
pay for
personally.
him? Again.
I paid the 210.
Okay, yeah, so he definitely rises. I would say I would say 206 maybe. Right? 20 what you say 206, 205?
I said the 204.
Oh, you said a little bit higher. Okay. I'm happy with the 206 actually.
I just think people are like, maybe it's just what I'm thinking, so I'm assuming people will feel this way as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting Jamal Williams, but younger and a better running back on that team, you know?
Right.
So, but again, I could absolutely be wrong. Let's see what the community. I'm sure we'll see some trades for him soon.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see some trades, which is going to be exciting. So,
all right,
I think we're all good.
Let's do this rookie mock draft. Friendly reminder about the landing spots. Okay, this link is in the description if you guys want to follow this mock draft with us. CJ Stroud is a Panther. Bryce Young is a Texan. And then we have Anthony Richardson to the Colts at 4. We've got Will Levis to the Raiders at 7, which is very puzzling to me because Will Levis is already 24 years old. Are you going to make him sit behind Jimmy G? I don't understand it, but it's there. Quentin Johnson goes to the Titans at 11. JSN to the Texans at 12. And then we get into the back half of the first round where we see first offensive player off the board at pick number 22, which is Bijan Robinson to the Ravens. RIP J.K. Dobbins in this scenario. Jordan Addison to the Giants. Luke Musgrave, first tight end off the board, which is crazy, to the Cowboys. Michael Mayer goes to the Bengals at the end of the first round, and then we get into the second round here where we see Jalen Hyatt to the Colts. Josh Downs to the Panthers. He links up with CJ Stroud. That's nice. Kayshon Boutte to the Patriots. Hendon Hooker to the Commanders. Darnell Washington to the Lions. Zay Flowers to the Steelers, which is disgusting. Tanner McKee to the Bucks. Rashee Rice to the Bills. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Bears, excuse me. And then we get into the third round where we see Dalton Kincaid to the Texans. That's a steal for them. A-Chain to the Rams. Laporta to the Titans. Tucker Kraft to the Packers. Parker Washington to the Lions. Tank Dell to the Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet goes to the Dolphins. We see Cedric Tillman to the Giants. Marvin Mims to the Cowboys. Chase Brown to the Eagles in the third round.
Downtown.
Which is interesting now because the Eagles would have Chase Brown, Boston Scott, Rashad Penny, and
Kenneth Gainwell.
Gainwell. Yeah. Jonathan Mingo to the Niners. Then we get into the 4th and 5th round. Tajay Spears to the Texans.
Hey.
Xavier Hutchinson to the Falcons. Trey Palmer to the Browns. Rakim Jarrett to the Saints. Jaden Reed to the Packers. Ronnie Bell to the Ravens for whatever reason, if we want to talk about him. Zach Evans to the Giants. That sucks. Israel Banikonda to the Bills. Dwayne McBride to the Bengals. Jaron Hall to the Bears. Jalen Morano Cropper to the Bears. Just relevant players here on out. Eric Gray to the Browns. Sean Tucker gets buried in the Niners. So both of our guys, Tucker and Evans, just awful landing spots.
Yeah, not okay.
Zach Kuntz to the Giants. Evan Hold to the Cowboys. Dante Demas to the Chiefs. Michael Wilson to the Cardinals. Tyler Scott to the Cowboys. Bryce Ford Wheaton to the Packers. This is the 5th round. Okay, so if you want to see the 6th and 7th round, feel free to look at that. But let's go ahead and start here. This rookie mock.
Mm-hmm.
Perry, we switch up mocks pretty much most days, but yeah, it's hard to find a great, a fantastic mock. Okay. Do you think that people are doing this for a reaction, or is this really going to happen?
100% reaction.
I want to know.
I was not expecting that. 100% reaction. I personally wouldn't do that, but y'all do you. He said
Anthony Richardson does go at the 101. It's spicy. It is spicy, Booch.
What can you do? Some people do it, some people don't. I put a toxic
Bijan will
tweet
not
out
catch
too.
passes in Baltimore. I mean, I don't agree, but that's okay.
Let's drive up.
Drive up that ADP. Honestly, no way. Camp says Richardson's going 101. Look, I want these types of things to happen in my mock drafts, in my real drafts. I don't know about you guys, but these are the kind of things that I want to see happen. Sneaky Hebrew.
Trying to get auto picked already. He was probably looking at landing spots and then.
Well, he took Bryce Young there. And I'm going to take C.J. Stroud, who went to the Panthers with the first overall pick.
Twin says Panthers, despite the news, have also talked about their likes for A-Rich and signed Dalton to a 1-year contract. And I said that not beyond the realms of possibility. And I put that on Twitter when I retweeted that. I was like, does this mean you sign Andy Dalton, he can pop? I'm not saying he's going to mentor him, but at least you can help him, a guy that has experience. Do they go Anthony Richardson and take the chance and have him under a 1-year or have Dalton play and start and then throw Anthony Richardson in? Look, I said it was a toxic tweet, but I don't think that's outside of the realm of possibilities either. I would completely agree. So I think when if Anthony Richardson gets called first for the Panthers, we're all going to be like, the Panthers are so stupid. Our initial reaction, and then if he comes out playing really good, we're like, oh, GG's.
Yeah, no, for sure. If he plays well, of course, we'll have to be like, okay, well, we misread this.
Yeah, but we personally wouldn't do that. I personally think it's CJ. But apparently I read a report saying that they also like the bigger build as well. Like those, I mean, obviously all teams probably prefer like the bigger builds over Bryce Young. So
we're here at the 109, and we just talked about that trade where, hey, we don't think Johnston's going to be on the board, and it's just a mock draft, but in this case, that was true.
Mm-hmm.
So we would prefer Jerry Jeudy in that deal. But there's definitely a scenario in which Will Levis goes earlier in your mock drafts or in your real drafts, and then Addison goes ahead of Johnston. That wouldn't be all that surprising. Special grade. I wonder if that's Luke. I wonder if that's Luke who signed up to Flock Fantasy with us. I wonder if he can confirm or deny. Shout out to him.
Keyshawn Booty at the 112.
Double L says, Zach, who would you have taken at the 104 if it went Bijan, CJ, Bryce? At the 1-4, I probably would have taken JSN. Yeah, I probably would have gone JSN. But there was definitely would have been 3 options between JSN, A-Rich, and Gibbs, but I would have leaned towards JSN. Okay, so Boutte at the 12. I can't get behind it.
Where'd he
Just
go?
want to throw that out there.
Where'd he go in this?
I don't know. I actually don't know. That's a good question.
Let me see. I think he had second round capital, maybe. Or was it third? He got second round capital. He went to the Patriots.
Right.
So. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the board here, and quite a few options.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard for me not to go. Sheesh. This is difficult. I think I'm going to go with another tight end. There's 3 tight ends off the board in a row here.
You gotta go with the Cowboys, baby.
But Luke Musgrave was actually the first tight end drafted.
Mm-hmm.
In the mock draft that we're using, he was a first-round pick to the Cowboys. So again, we're using these landing spots as an exercise. So I'll get a first-round pick at tight end there at the 2-4. Look, we understand, guys. You don't typically draft tight ends this early, but I don't feel like there's very many favorable landing spots for running backs, and I don't feel like there's very many wide receivers that I love where they landed or their draft capital as well.
Agreed.
So it's hard to pass up on a first-round tight end.
Agreed.
There at the 2-4.
Yeah, this one, they really gave you the short straw here in this mock draft and said, what happens if all these guys went to a bad team?
Yeah.
a bad team in a fantasy perspective, right? So you might have some slim pickings, which is, I guess, also a good exercise to understand,
Yeah.
what you're gonna have to do if this actually does happen.
Yeah. We talked about Montgomery for about 10, 15 minutes already, but I'm stoked about it. Love it. One of the guys I've been encouraging you guys to buy on this channel for the last couple months.
Yep.
So, yeah, absolutely stoked about it.
One person
and hopefully you were able to buy him low.
we didn't really touch on was Swifty. We kind of briefly did, but we didn't necessarily say is his value going to rise or fall. Currently RB16 according to the community. I think he stays.
Is he 16 in the community's eyes? I feel like that. I don't think he would be that low.
He's 16 right now, which I don't think I think he stays the same. Personally, I don't think he's going to rise.
I think he should fall.
I don't think he rises or falls too much. But
so where is he right now? He's
RB16.
Yeah, RB16.
Ahead of Damien.
Yeah,
I
definitely think he falls. We need to see where the entire landscape settles before we can really say for sure. But yeah, I could definitely see him falling. I mean, I mentioned it before, but this team was very successful with him in a minimal role, and I think they wanted to replicate that with Monty.
Yeah, I definitely can see that. So Swifty, man, unlucky. I was believing that. I still believe in Swift. I don't think he's not going to be fantasy.
Yeah, I think he will be in the way that like James White was, and
so
I don't know.
Let's see how high Monty goes. I'm going to be this time tomorrow when we're on live stream. Maybe we'll have another look. Just remember, guys, RB33, David Montgomery currently, according to the community. DeAndre Swift, RB16. So let's see what happens in 24 hours.
Yeah,
and see where these guys go. So that's going to be really exciting.
Yeah. Ben Dover says, I just traded Swift and DJ Moore. Swift and DJ and a 24 late second for the 101 yesterday. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that move. Dylan says, I had no clue to take at the 208. Jalen Hyde's not a bad pick there.
Yeah, no.
I will say, Tank Bigsby, in this mock draft, I had a look. He went in the 7th round to the Chiefs. I don't think we can take him this early if that's the case.
I would agree.
But this mock is a weird one, I have to admit. This is a weird mock.
Marvin Mims.
Didn't like the Boutte pick. Wanted Sharps or Downs to fall. Zay is buried. Yeah, Zay's landing spot was not good in this one. Not good.
Trying to find my other guy here and see who to take.
Not good. Not good.
Oh, I know who to take. I know who to take.
Which I think that makes sense.
Nathaniel Dell. All right.
Scary.
Sorry?
Sorry, Scary says I have a few 102 picks. I'm sending this to my league mates for reference.
I love that. I'm going to go with a guy that went in the 3rd round. I know we kind of just spoke about it, but Rashad Penny, Kenneth Gainwell, Chase Brown downtown. What, Penny got, 1-year deal or 2-year deal? I think it was a 1-year deal.
I don't know, actually. Was it a 1 or 2? I don't know. I didn't get the full details on that.
Rashad Penny. I'm just looking it up now. I've agreed to terms. Okay, well, everyone just says they signed Rashad Penny, but what the hell's the deal, my guy?
Yeah, maybe they just don't have the details.
I think if it's a 1-year deal, I feel really confident in drafting Chase Brown here, just purely based off of, because I do believe that Rashad Penny also still has to make the team, right? So I think that
Travis Homer signs a 2-year deal with the Bears.
Wow.
And that's not even going to be the answer for them in Chicago.
That was quick.
There's another running back that joins Chicago. But yeah.
Wow,
So
okay.
I'm on the board here. I'll take Zach Evans this late for sure. At the 3-4, I'll definitely take him. I know he's in New York, but Saquon's only on a franchise tag, so.
Go get your Travis Homer stocks now, jokes.
Right.
Yeah. Gosh, I mean the Bears were quick to pick up somebody.
Yeah, they were like, all right.
Oh shit, Monty left.
This guy?
Oh, okay.
It's like they were literally playing Madden.
I know.
You know, like that screen where you can just offer, oh, let's give this guy
Okay.
some money.
Call Travis. Tell him that we'll take him. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing?
Dak has got some has a message for you, by the way.
Just Dak. Stephon Gilmore can cover down the word blindfolded and run in reverse. Hey, that's okay. But can he cover Wan'Dale Robinson? Can he cover JSN when he comes back, or when he gets drafted, or Quentin Johnston? No, he can't because he's shit. Not jokes. Stephon Gilmore is a really good sign for the Cowboys. I think it really helps them. So.
Oh my gosh, Hendon Hooker was a great pick there.
That's great.
That's a good pick there. Dalton went to the Panthers. Yep.
Yeah, they just updated that, saying that it was a 2-year contract, not a 1-year, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
Right.
Which.
When has Baltimore ever been an ideal landing spot for running backs? They're going to force a committee. Stop. Are we talking about a committee with Bijan Robinson?
There's no way.
They're going to force a committee when they run pass plays, Lamar won't dump it off. Okay, well, we just might fundamentally disagree on who Bijan Robinson is.
Agreed.
And what he will do for an offense, but that's okay.
Agreed.
That's okay. It's okay to have differences of opinion.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt in my mind. That's okay. Don't agree, but it's okay. Where did X go in this mock? I think he went like round 4 or 5. Let me see.
Yeah, I think he went in 4 to the Falcons.
He went in the 4th to the Falcons, yeah, which I really don't like that spot.
X gonna give it to you.
Just Dak says, I signed up for the flock. Thanks again very much. Very cool. Congrats. Appreciate you,
thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
We'll make sure to send you a message over here on the Discord, and make sure that you're set up in the new Discord so you have all your perks and stuff.
Exactly.
By the way, guys, we're recording a Dynasty trades video tomorrow, and it will only be the trades for the people on the Mother Flocker tier over there in the new Discord. So if you want your trade to be reviewed, we've already got some trades in there now from Billy, from Jared, from Mighty Booch, I Camp Hard, Badake put one in there, Flash, Herbert, Jared. So that is one of the perks of being a part of our Mother Flocker tier, is that you get your Dynasty trades reviewed on our show each week. That's going to be a brand new thing that we're starting. So let's, if you have signed up for a tier, a Mother Flocker tier with our code, has to be with our code, that perk, then just DM us and we'll make sure we get you
all set up there.
All set up, yeah.
Yeah. 6. Oh yeah, 6 more subs. That's crazy. I think we might get it after the live stream, I would say, guys. But
yeah, it'd probably happen overnight. I already watched you guys in the flock. Glad you guys teamed up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely a no-brainer for us.
That's awesome, man.
I like how they have it separated, like Mason's crew, our crew. Yeah, the Discord. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I think people are always going to be a little bit nervous about change, but I'm really, really excited about what this looks like long-term for everyone.
Yeah. And it's cool, and you can interact with the other communities, but also still, be tight-knit with our community, and it just brings... It makes this big community that feels like so big and endless in the fantasy world kind of small in a way.
Yeah.
So, which is awesome, which is really awesome.
Actually, yeah, I feel like the best of both worlds. Damn it. That was an auto pick from me. If Xavier was on the board, he's not. So let's grab a little Tucker Craft. Welcome to the squad, brother.
Good old Tucker.
It would be cool if we could figure out community fantasy football face-off kind of thing. Yeah, you never know. You never know.
You just never know
Stay
what
tuned.
you might have in store already,
Yeah, you never know what we got up our merch sleeves.
X gonna get to you.
But anyway, guys, we do want to say all love today as this 4th round is ending. I feel like we do say it often, but I just want to make sure we always give thanks to everyone who is supporting the channel. So I do want to say a huge thank you to
absolutely
everyone who has supported this channel since it started just over 12 months ago. Thank you for the love, for the likes, for the subscribes, for the interactions, for the conversations, for the disagreements and the agreements on takes, for the super chats. Thank you for everyone who has supported us over on Patreon, and to everyone who has now started to support us over on flockfantasy.com. Really appreciate the love and the support. We're really excited about what this year will look like, not only for our Dynasty channel, but also for our redraft channel. Because as much I think the reason people love our content is because we're really consistent. We're always posting stuff for you guys, and we're just genuinely ourselves. You're going to get that same thing over on our redraft channel, which I just pasted in the comments below. Around late May-ish is when that channel is going to start popping off. So make sure to subscribe over there. And of course, we will add our redraft rankings over on flockfantasy.com. So just want to say a huge thank you. Very excited about 2023. And we definitely feel the support. I think in the grand scheme of things, this community is small, but I would stack this community against any other community and say we're the 101. So
we're the 101,
and that's because of everyone. So
yeah, huge love. We appreciate each and every one of you always showing love, coming through and just having our back. So yeah, I mean, just echoing what Zach said, and just so I guess always being consistent as well, like in the chat, supporting, saying, having our back through the transition as well. I think it means a lot more than because change is scary. It's scary. So love.
Yeah. Byron Murphy to the Vikings, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Again, they're getting some late deals done right now. What time is it out there? Oh, it's only 10 o'clock actually, so Eastern Standard Time. So people still working out there.
I'm working, bitch. What's the plan for redrafts? We'll keep you guys updated on that. We don't know yet. We're trying to figure out what will work.
We'll definitely still do our redraft channel, obviously, if that's what you're asking.
He's saying redraft leagues.
Okay. Sorry.
So just stay tuned because we don't know the answer yet.
Yeah, we don't know the answer, but we'll definitely be doing something.
Booch says you guys are two good humans and have gotten nothing but positivity from the community. Love that. Love that. Love that. That's going to be it for today. If you guys have yet to do so, go ahead and drop a like to show some support. As you know, we are over on flockfantasy.com. If you want articles, if you want rankings, if you want bonus content from us, use our promo code LAND, LAND, when signing up to get 30% off your membership. I'll go ahead and paste that information in the chat in case you want a direct link. It's also in the description below. And then when you sign up, feel free to message us over on Discord, and we'll make sure you get those benefits from your membership. But all love, guys. We'll talk to you very soon. See you in the next one. And I posted a video if you're looking for trade targets for rebuilding teams. I posted a video last night, and the response has been great. It's been awesome to see your morning. So I'll go ahead and post that link as well in the chat in case you want to keep watching some content from us. But okay, all love. Talk to you guys soon.
Love.
See you tomorrow.